All right, everyone. Welcome back to the PNA I screwed that up. The PNA podcast, not the Obcast. Episode number 4. We're here with that man over there.
Yes, I am here. Hello. We are here.
We are obviously committed to bringing you the most quality of contents in our hour of crisis, to call it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. But
We're st-
lucky for you, we are not going to talk about that today. So,
we're not.
not really. Maybe a little.
No. Maybe a little bit. Okay, and yeah. So if you're bored and stuck at home like we are, then make sure to tune in every other week. We might consider doing every week since we don't have a whole lot to do anymore, and you don't have a whole lot to do anymore, so we're in the same boat.
Yeah, for sure. It kind of sucks being at home, but you just gotta roll with the punches and then record a podcast. So,
You gotta punch those rolls.
yes.
Um,
Ooh, I could go for a good roll.
a good roll.
I can go for a good roll right now.
Right.
Moving on.
The news! What is the news today, Pericles?
The news. Ah, yes, the beautiful news. The news today, we have 3 more stories to bring you guys, and we're going to kick it off with a cow in Florida. The headline is Faster Than It Looks. Cow captured after 2 months in Florida. And then it shows a picture saying, Wanted, unknown cow. It's truly a beautiful cow.
It says that it's faster than it looks and is a talented fence jumper.
Mm-hmm. Enjoys pools and then frequents the area near Sheridan Street and I-75 in Florida. But you will no longer find this cow anymore.
The pending charges are moving violations, uttering false checks, and fleeing and eluding police. There's a lot of good cow puns in there.
I love how this is a serious wanted ad for a cow, but I feel like the Florida people who made this had some serious fun with it as well, as you can tell.
Yeah.
They're like, this is serious, but it's also amazing that this cow is just like avoiding the police. I would also just like to relay. It took 2 months to find this cow.
He's better than most criminals.
True.
Or she, rather.
That's kind of amazing.
They should really have a reward for this, for getting it. Like, at least, you get a glass of milk if you catch it.
I wonder if there was if there was a reward for finding the cow. I wonder. Maybe it's not mentioned, but I wonder if there was.
Yeah, it could be. You get that cheese or something. Or milk. Ice cream. You get a dairy product.
I mean, it is a cow. We don't know if it's a dairy cow, though.
That's true. It could be a... Or you get a really nice burger.
Ooh. Now we're going back to the food thing.
It just gets the death penalty.
For running away, death. I think we should move on from the cow because the cow's kind of a short thing.
It's a boring cow. And it
still
doesn't have coronavirus, so it's not
True.
interesting.
It's interesting that a cow can escape the cops for 2 months, but it's just kind of a very short, funny thing to touch on, and I think we can move on from that for now.
Yes. What's our next story?
I think we can move on to a more relatable topic now.
Oh, yeah.
Restaurants. As we know, in the state of Illinois at least, restaurants are drive-through only and delivery and curbside pickup. But 2 days ago, this was reported that a Minnesota restaurant is offering toilet paper to customers. A free roll of toilet
Yes.
paper for takeout orders over $25. One roll.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
And it's Torque Premium toilet paper. So you get that premium toilet paper if you
Free
pay
ply.
if you pay $25 or more over your food. That's amazing.
This also could suggest that they don't have a lot of confidence in their food, that they have to give you toilet paper with the food.
You'd just be like, so we're having a special on our food for delivery. People are like, we don't want to go there. Like, we got toilet paper. They're like, oh yeah, we're going there now.
You're gonna need it.
Yes.
Seems like a kind of crappy thing to give out with the food.
I mean, right now it's a necessity. You can't find toilet paper anywhere right now. So
Okay, I just don't get it. Like all the things you could stock up on, food, like water bottles.
true.
I don't know, all the different things you could stock up on toilet paper. That is what people have put their value on, toilet paper.
Well, some people have run out of toilet. Some people they buy out toilet paper. They bought out bread. So it went in order technically. It kind of went like toilet paper ran out first. Then people are like, oh, we need food. So then they started buying out all the bread. And then
Yeah.
after they bought out bread, they're like, oh shoot, we don't need bread. What are we going to eat with the bread? They're like, eggs. So then they went to stock up on eggs, and then eggs started running out. And now people are finally starting to realize, oh shoot, we need other groceries besides bread,
Right.
eggs, and toilet paper.
It's so stupid. I mean, you should stock up on things that are not perishable. Like, how about canned tuna? That lasts like years in the can. Not bread, which lasts a week or something.
Yeah, but if people...
It reeks of panic.
What would the world be if people were actually smart in a state of panic?
We would be all living in space now. Be on Mars or something.
Maybe, probably. I'd love to live in space. There's life in
Why?
space.
Because you have more space to put your stuff?
Yeah, probably. My mom couldn't tell me to clean my room because my stuff be all over the place to start with.
It'd be floating around in the first place. Well, then you could use like all your space in the room, ceiling, walls, space under your bed, more.
True. There's a lot of space
You
in
could have-
space. They call it space for a
Mhm.
reason. Because you have the space.
Mm. Right. How we got from space to toilet paper with your $25 food order is a topic for another day.
Maybe the coronavirus originated from space.
So you're saying
Came from space.
the astronauts,
Yes.
they came from space.
And then they went to China.
The Chinese astronauts went up there, made a virus, and then came back down.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know about that.
Good.
It's the virus from outer space. That's the sort of information you simply can't get anywhere else.
Except the PNA podcast, which you should like and subscribe and comment, and then tell other people to like, subscribe, and comment, because we're desperate and we need people to like, subscribe, and comment. So
Here on the PNA podcast, we talk about real conspiracies, like coronavirus being made on the Chinese space station.
yes. And if it wasn't, you should comment below and prove me wrong.
Yes.
So
I feel I'm gonna need to comment.
yeah, you
All right.
should.
We have one more news story, and you don't know what it is yet.
No, I don't. You
So-
have not told me. You have kept it a secret from my life.
I have kept it a secret. This is from CNN Travel, and it reads, "A malfunction causes red wine to flow from faucets in an Italian town."
Oh, that's beautiful. When
Yep.
was this?
This was March 7th.
Okay. So a little beginning of the month.
Basically, a malfunction at a local winery caused 1,000 liters of ready-to-be bottled wine to leak into water pipes.
How does that work?
Well, I guess they had a malfunction where there was a faulty valve in the washing unit within the bottling line, and due to the water line pressure, they got red wine through their faucets.
Well, what part of Italy was this? Like,
This is in... Where is it? Castelveltro.
okay.
I don't know
I
where
was
that
just
is, but
curious.
it's
Neither
there.
do I. I have no
Yeah.
clue where that is. That's funny though. The true definition of turning water into wine.
Yes. If the Bible was set in the modern day era, it would have been coming out of the faucet.
Right. Not jugs.
Or out of like
Faucet.
out of the thing in your fridge. You know.
That'd be hilarious. That's so funny. He just goes up to get a glass of water, just alcohol. Kid walks up. They're like, "Mom, is this
gets
grape
wine.
juice? What is this?"
Well, it is kind of grape juice.
True. Kids become
The
alcoholic.
manager at the wine plant says the malfunction was appreciated by many. Some clients in the areas called us to warn us about it and shared that they were bottling the wine.
That's hilarious. That they probably lost money on that too. That's amazing.
Right.
The people were just like, "Oh shoot, free wine! This is amazing!" And just started. Probably bottled it, sold it themselves.
I suppose the same malfunction could happen anywhere else, except then in Germany it would be beer, and Russia it would be vodka, and
True.
in the
Wouldn't
United
it be-
States it would be whatever the heck we drink here. Whiskey.
Whiskey?
We drink everything here.
We do drink
That's what-
everything here.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Full disclosure, we do not drink.
No.
We're just saying
Yet.
what people drink.
Yet.
There is a
Yet.
difference.
Okay, yeah.
Thought I would just make that clear.
We don't recommend piping your wine bottles through the tap to get wine out. So can't recommend it.
If
But
that
if it does
ever
happen,
happened here, college kids would be
they're gonna
so
be
happy.
rejoicing.
That would truly be a miracle for college kids. Just the middle
Yes, it
of
would.
party, they run out of alcohol. One guy goes to get water, starts spewing red
It's
stuff,
wine.
and it turns out to be wine. And they're just chugging from the faucet at that point. It would be amazing. Truly a college
That's-
dream.
Yes, it's the college dream.
I mean, obviously, you do not go to college to get a career choice. You just go to party, and
You
drink
just go to
alcohol.
party.
That's what college
Get
is
your
for.
degree in partying.
Yes. And alcohol drinking, and then you'll be okay in life.
Yeah, that's what college is for.
Yes.
Why
Absolutely.
you have to study so hard to get into party is
That's
beyond me, but
that's what people pay $50,000 a year for their kids to go to college for, to drink alcohol and party. That's what it's for. The
Yeah.
50,000 goes towards just tips and then the alcohol.
it's kind of like a 4-year cruise then.
Yeah.
Except you don't
Probably.
go anywhere.
Parents will probably hate me at this point, but I'm okay with that. Really helping our cause
You are helping our
here
cause.
at the
making
PNA
people hate you.
podcast. I feel like in every podcast so far, I have said something somewhat controversial or whatnot, that would potentially make people upset at me in a funny way if people don't get me. And
Yeah, that's why we have to keep you at a distance. That way, you know, if they attack, if they come to assassinate you, I'm somewhere else.
well, that's why we record in separate houses now.
That's true.
And
Also, so we don't get coronavirus. But, you know, actually, we didn't do it on purpose, but now it's actually worked out quite nicely then.
True. We did record the first now going off topic a little, but
Way
we
off
did
topic.
record the first podcast like a pilot at Austin's house, but then we figured it would work much better if we did it separately, and it works out actually better this way.
Yep. And not to mention, that podcast was bad, and I'm glad that I have access to it. That way, nobody will see it ever.
I have access to it too, and nobody
You have
will
access
see
to
it.
half of it. You have half of it. You have your audio. I have mine.
No, you sent me the whole thing. I was about to upload it.
Uh-oh.
I was actually about to
Next.
upload it, but then we did the trailer instead. And unless I deleted it, I don't remember. But I
would be
think
bad.
that podcast went really it actually was going pretty good up until I got extremely
Up until you offended entire race of people.
I got somewhat controversial at some point in that podcast as well, much more than I have in the other podcasts. And if we cut that part out, it kind of would have ruined the whole podcast, so we just decided not to post it.
I could just censor him, but
Oh boy. That
you
was
better hope nobody ever gets hold of that thing. Otherwise, it's going to be like blackmail. Give me all your money, otherwise I'm going to upload this.
Yeah, I made fun of a whole race, like, unintentionally. I did say, like, no offense to whatever, and,
Yeah, saying no offense. This is a top tip right here from the PNA. If you say no offense, boom, takes away. You can say anything. The most offensive thing, you just say no offense afterwards. It's not offensive.
Right. Exactly.
That's our tip of the day.
That's a good tip of the day. And I think a great way to transition from the tip of the day
To
to the question of the day.
question of the day, which is
It's a very random question that I came up that I came up with on the spot. But I feel like it is a very reasonable question. If you were to inherit 1 million chickens, like from a family member or something like that, if you were to inherit 1 million chickens, what would you do with them?
so in an alternate reality situation, a dead relative of
Yes.
mine has left in their storage unit 2 million chickens that are still alive,
Well, 1 million.
and they've been willed to me. 1 million.
1
1
million.
million.
2 million's too much.
Well, first of all, I'd like to know where they keep all the chickens. In a storage room, it seems a little bit. I don't think.
I
they
don't
allow you
know
to put that stuff.
why you would keep chickens in a storage unit. You would probably get
Well,
arrested for animal
Well,
cruelty.
I don't live in a place where it's even legal to have chickens, so for them to have chickens in their backyard, it would have to be in a storage unit to make this more realistic.
What if they owned a farm or something, your family, and they just randomly died, and then they're like
They
in
just
their
randomly.
will they
They
wrote
died from.
to Austin or Pericles, I leave to you 1 million chickens.
Okay. Well, have you ever been to one of the like farm supply stores where they sell chickens?
No,
They sell like little chicks. You never seen those before?
no, I've
They
not.
have like these big tubs filled with chickens, and you can go buy little chicks for like, I don't know, for like $5 a pop.
Interesting.
Now, if I were to announce a clearing sale on chickens, full-grown ones, wait, are these chicks or actual like chickens, full-grown?
Whatever your heart desires.
Okay, well then I would probably rather have them as chicks because that way they live a bit longer. It gives me more time to sell them. And if I sell them each for $5, I can make 5 million right there. And then I'll retire at 19.
So you're going to become a chicken seller? Just selling chickens?
A chicken seller,
chicken
yes.
seller.
I made my fortune through selling chickens.
Very interesting. I love how you go for the business aspect of things, like selling it and trying to make money.
Yes.
Like when I first pitched this idea to you before the recording, um, you had a more logical solution to like inheriting a million chickens, and I'm automatically at the fact of we can make food. I'm just like, okay, so we can open a chicken nugget restaurant, and then we could donate some to Chick-fil-A, or we can open our own type of Chick-fil-A.
You're just gonna donate it. You could make money off of this, man.
Can
You don't give away free chickens.
I'm not saying we give away free chickens. We sell them to the places that make
Yeah.
them into food, and then we could eat them.
Okay.
I'm
Well-
sorry to all the vegetarians or vegans out there right now listening to this.
You just offended
I
another.
just offended
section of
another.
people.
Yes, I do that quite often, unintentionally. But it
Well,
happens.
actually, to be fair, I just offended all the poor people by saying that I'd become rich. So
We live in a strange
I'm
world,
sorry.
don't we?
we live in a strange world. Well, if you, I don't know, how many burgers? Or not
Burgers,
burgers. What do you make out of chickens? What do you make out of them?
chicken,
Like, I don't know, chicken burgers.
chicken patties, maybe.
Chicken fingers. There
fingers.
you go. Chicken nuggets. How many chicken nuggets could you make out of one chicken?
1 second. We go to the trusty old Google.
You're gonna Google
Yes.
it.
How many chicken nuggets are in a chicken? I love how these are actual Google things. Can we just address that? Like,
It said actually you actually found it. An answer.
I love how it's like how many. The search options are how many chicken nuggets are there in the world? How many chicken nuggets can you eat? How many chicken nuggets per person? How many chicken nuggets in a pound?
All of those seem like they're a little bit
If we
off.
convert the weight of one McNugget, 16 grams, into pounds, we're left with 0.03527 pounds. So by simply dividing 18 by that number I just mentioned, we arrive at 510 chicken McNuggets. And some change in this thick chicken. That said, the big chicken is also much more than a viral sensation for a vessel for nuggets. I have no clue where they're going with this. That makes actually no sense. The name of the article.
Okay, so just to clarify,
The name of the article is how many chicken McNuggets are in the big chicken.
you didn't just do all those calculations. in
No,
your head,
I'm reading
correct?
an article.
Okay. I was gonna say, geez, how did you come up with all those figures? It's
Okay.
510 nuggets per chicken. Is that the figure they came up with?
No, not 510 nuggets per chicken. It's just saying you have 510 nuggets. I don't know how. Okay, here we go. Getting to the bottom of the delicious mystery is not as easy as it sounds. For one thing, it is unclear how many actual chicken is distributed into each nugget. So, but for the purposes of rudimentary calculations, we'll assume that each chicken is 100% real meat. McDonald's?
Right, so some of them are made of like half real meat.
Which it is certainly not. That said, we do know that a pack of 4 chicken McNuggets is around 64 grams. Thus, 64 divided by 4 yields 16 grams per nugget. Which I just read. So, here. According to the Livestock Conservatory, Brahma chickens can weigh up to 18 pounds. If we convert the weight of one McNugget, 16 grams, into pounds, we are left with 0.035274 pounds. So by simply dividing 18 by that number, we arrive at 510 McNuggets. That is not accurate.
Per chicken?
Yeah, this person, I think there was like a 12-year-old who must have wrote this because I, there's no way you get 510 nuggets out of one chicken. How big is
Well,
that
I got.
chicken?
And are they using all of it? It's like the feathers goes in there, the beak, the feet. Gross. Okay, I'm gonna be vegan now.
Well, um, it's taking a weird
You know
turn.
what? There's another way to calculate. There's another way to calculate this. What is the square area squared of a chicken?
The area squared of a chicken?
Yes. What is the average area of a chicken? Cubic in like cubic
I
inch.
don't know. I don't feel like Googling that.
These are the questions you simply can't get anywhere else.
Chickens, like, size vary, weight vary, so
No, but average.
average?
Okay, now, you know what? If anyone knows the answer to this, please leave it in the comment section because I'm now
I
genuinely
have a
curious.
friend who they kinda live on a farm. They live in Woodstock. Um, they have
I don't think anybody knows the answer
they
to
own
that.
a bunch of chickens. Not 1 million chickens,
Because
but they
then you
own
could,
chickens.
yes. Well, actually, we should get back to the question. What would you do if you had inherited 1 million chickens?
Yeah, you can go down in the comment section below and answer that for yourself if you feel like that, and let us know your answers. And maybe in the beginning of the next podcast, if you answer it, and we have a few answers, we'll just read them back and then talk about that for a little bit, and then we'll move on with our podcast for the next episode. If you decide to answer our
Yes.
question of the day,
But you never answered your own question.
I did.
Hey, you didn't. What are you gonna do with it?
I make food.
Oh, you're gonna make. Well, that's boring. You're just gonna murder them all.
It's ironic that we talked about killing the cow earlier too, and now we're back to talking about
Yes.
killing chickens.
Killing cows, killing chickens.
The same thing.
These are just normal things to talk about.
Yes, here on the P&A podcast, we love her food. As you can tell, like last time,
Yes.
we went from talking about I forget what we were talking. I think bug butter, and we went to talk about
Bug
blue
butter,
cheese.
yeah. Blue
We are
cheese.
very well known for our tangents here on the P&A podcast.
Yes, we are very good at math.
Yes. No, maybe you. You've seen me in math
I'm
class.
not. I'm not. I have seen that, but I would not call myself
Probably better than
a
me,
student of math. Possibly.
most likely.
That's not a very high bar to clear, so maybe.
Probably.
All right. We are almost out of time. And to take this on a bit more of a serious note, I'd like to talk about some advice that we give people to keep themselves active at home.
Yes.
Since a lot, well, especially if you live in a state that's kind of on lockdown, sort of. It's like,
Lockdown-ish.
it's not completely on lockdown, it's just lockdown-ish. You've been asked to stay at home. And they are going to kind of enforce it. Not like really seriously, but I guess the idea is to keep panic away and keep that out of your mind. Otherwise, you will go insane purchasing toilet paper.
Right. And also
So if you have anything, yeah, go ahead.
sorry. And yes, Illinois right now, they're going on a quote unquote lockdown, not necessarily a lockdown,
Yeah, it's not really serious
but
yet.
they do recommend you stay at home, which is understandable. But if you need to, you can go grocery shopping, grocery shopping, not stopping. Go fill up your car with gas if you need to. If you have a job and they're still open, go to your job. Um, should you be afraid of all this? Yes and no. Uh, don't like overwhelm yourself with fear. Just know it's there and take the
Don't panic.
right. Take the precautions, like wash your hands, stuff like that. Stay healthy. To try to avoid this virus. But should you lock
Yeah.
yourself up in your house and room all day and prepare for the end of the world? No. Um,
No, don't do that.
anything else to add, Austin? Or
Keep your mind active. If you get bored, then the only thing you're going to be thinking about is dying, I guess.
not? Are
You
they
have-
depressed?
Well, just
I mean,
no. See, if you need to keep your mind active, keep thinking about other
Right.
things, If you don't, then it's a big thing, and it's very easy to get stuck thinking about how bad it could possibly be.
right. No, for sure. And we can't focus on
Yeah.
that.
No. You could do other things like listen to this podcast.
Yes, we will be uploading in 2 weeks. Um,
We'll consider doing it sooner. I don't know.
yeah,
We'll see if
maybe
we
we'll
can.
do another one
We'll
sooner.
kick around that idea.
Yep, we'll think about it. And then we will see you guys in the next podcast. So please don't forget
Yep.
to like and subscribe. And also follow us on Instagram at P_A podcast if you want to. And then we'll see you whenever we put out the next podcast.
All right. Well, that's it.
Bye.
Bye.